Hey everyone, it's Arcano here from the Four Eyes Filmcast. I'm actually recording this at work right now, so shh, don't tell anyone. I just want to put a little disclaimer before this episode, because even though we're known for being a uncensored comedic podcast, we did go a little far in this episode. It is our Blue Halloween special, so it's a little more vulgar than our previous reviews and long-form podcasts, and it might have some sensitive material that you may or may not be offended by. Now, of course, that's all up to you to decide. You might think this is just, this is tame, but still I felt like it wouldn't be fair if I didn't put a disclaimer beforehand to let you guys know that it is a bluer episode and it's definitely not safe for work. But hey, I hope you guys still enjoy it. Happy Halloween to everyone, and let's go on to the show. Oh man, I don't know how to start these things. Oh, God. Oh man, we're back after a long ass break of having no content whatsoever since what? You're next? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that came out when?
August.
Okay, well, happy...
Good thing our name doesn't have a date implied with it anymore.
I know. Happy October, guys. We're here with our Mad Monster podcast. You see what I did there? I took that movie title and flipped it.
Oh, you're so clever.
Oh, it's our Halloween episode, basically. And, well, October is my favorite month of the year. And Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Well, that doesn't matter, because...
And October has my birthday in it, but nobody cares.
Damn straight, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But I went to your birthday party.
So everybody...
Happy birthday.
Why don't we
Don't
all...
touch my knee, Jeff.
Where the hell is this thingamajig?
I got the lids.
Let's all get into the mood. Happy Halloween, everyone!
Oh,
Dang it.
it's so peaceful.
No one likes this.
No, we're just...
I was thinking when you were saying that to say Charlie Brown is a joke when you're saying that.
Nah, just stop the shit. Put the real music.
The full moon brings out the monster in you. A strange tune seems to be playing for you. Could you be someone's invention, so unreal as you feel tonight? Did you sell your soul to the devil at that monster party last night?
So basically what we're going to talk about today is, I'm trying so hard. This podcast is brought to you by Fireball. Let's just say this right away. So Fireball, please sponsor us. We're a big fan of you guys.
Give us more drinks.
I don't like alcohol.
But when I do, I drink Fireball.
Wait a minute, who are these extra voices who haven't been on the show in a while? I, of course, am your host, Arcano. To my God, what the fuck direction is this? To my left,
Fireball.
immediately.
You haven't drinking alcohol before, have you?
To my immediate left is special guest Jerry, who comes on every now and then. Jerry, say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Co-host diagonally to me, Jeff.
Jeff.
We
get drunk.
Black Zeus is in the building.
Black Zeus.
And he scared everyone because it was dark and there was a black man trying to come into the house.
That's
What I
the
do?
scariest thing. Seeing Tyrone on the train at 1
Yep.
o'clock in the morning.
Your grandparents like negros.
Oh no! Take that.
My grandparents are not racist. That's just the only word that they know for black in Spanish. It just happens to sound really bad. And of course, we got Jeremiah.
Soy amigo.
Yeah.
He
Negros.
is playing the role of little bitch
In
who
time,
doesn't like horror movies. So he's too scared to
No,
watch them.
you've gotten me into horror movies more since showing me good stuff.
Oh, good. Alright, so we're here to talk about our favorite horror movies. You know what? What are we here to talk about? Because you kind of got this all set up for us. Which is
So-
kinda cool.
What we were planning on doing is going around and sharing some of the movies that we've enjoyed that are kind of within the horror genre, whether it's horror comedy or straight up just, what do you call it, like home invasion kind of thing, or even just like ghost type, psychological too, which is the sequel to Psychological 1.
Wait, what the hell?
I said
What?
I said Psychological
I got
2.
that.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking. Just go.
So, all right, so there's that, and then we're gonna
You
go.
told a Jeff joke.
I did. So then we're gonna go over. So one of the most scary, in terms of movies experience, what was the scariest movie,
Okay.
most intimidating movie you've ever seen? That either still haunts you today, or you remember having a bad memory as a kid.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And then of course, maybe go over some of the movies that we saw
I
that
got
were
mine.
horror, that were just like, oh, this is gonna be good, and then you walked out and you're like, I
That was a
regret my
piece of
life
shit.
decisions.
And you know what? For that one, I have two very popular movies
I
that
think
are
I have the
considered.
same ones.
I think you do too. That are considered classics among the horror genre.
Jaws is garbage.
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
It's funny because it's true.
Jaws
Back
is a
to,
classic.
Back to the Future.
Uh,
That's the scariest movie I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's scary. Back to how it's so scary that they made two sequels. How'd that happen?
Because it's a great movie.
That's
I thought it was
It's
alright, but
debatable.
it doesn't really need two sequels.
It's
But
okay.
anyway.
Anyone can have a wrong opinion. Okay, continue.
wait.
It's
I'm not
Back
sure.
to the
Wait.
Future.
Is
Whose
it that-
side are you on? Us? Or,
Back on topic.
Joke.
Back on
Jesus
topic.
Christ.
It's pardon moi.
But anyway, since clearly the fireball has set in on all of us.
Fireball whiskey.
Amateurs.
Jeff
Ride
Rose.
the cinnamon wave.
I drink Fireball for breakfast. I'll put it in my fruit flakes.
What the hell's a fruit
What
flake?
is a fruit?
Hold on. Cheerios, don't sue us if you have that idea already.
We meant Cheerios. Cheerios and Fireball.
I mean, General Mills, whoever owns the company, don't listen to
Or
our
Frosted Loops.
Frosted fucking loops. Are you fucking
Fireball,
joking?
fireball whiskey burns your throat, but not in a way you're gonna regret and feel bad about later.
Like most whores do.
So that's kind of what I was going for. I just didn't go all the way with that.
I wanted to.
I know, and I'm glad you did.
All right, so how about we start with you? Some of the
Yes.
top movies.
As you all know, your host Akano, horror is my thing. I love it. Seen a lot of things, so I'm good. That was terrible. Oh my god, how did you just come out of my mouth right now?
Specific Jim.
So I'm gonna be telling you guys some more.
Words are hard.
Not really underrated horror movies, because there's some. Well, no, there's some that probably none of you have heard of, and there's some that are really popular that you may have heard of but not have seen that I think you should. So wait, are we doing like a countdown? Like
There's number one
no,
is
it's
actually
is
a
this
troll
in any
too.
order?
Any order. No.
Okay,
real-
well then I'm gonna start off with
It's-
movie that I recently rewatched since being a kid. Which a lot of these I probably shouldn't have seen when I was a kid, but Suspiria.
You saw it as a kid?
Yeah, dude, I saw it when I was like 10. But Suspiria is probably the most famous Italian horror movie. It's directed by Dario Argento, and the best thing about it is that it creates this like not really like nightmare atmosphere, but more of this just like fucked up dream that you're having.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me in a way of like a slasher movie mixed with Alice in Wonderland in a way, and with that I mean like just like the way everything looks. I mean, to just like sum up kind of how fucked up the design of this movie is, Dario Argento originally wanted all the characters to be played by like 12-year-old girls.
and under, but his dad was like, yeah, that's not going to happen because you got some very vicious death scenes in here.
His dad or his staff?
No, his dad. His dad, who's also like a film producer and stuff.
Okay.
He was like, that's not going to fly. And Dario Argento was like...
No 12-year-old children. Pizza,
Baba Gooba. Spaghetti.
Mario.
Tutsi Fruzzi. But anyway, like... It was,
Spumoni.
We've lost all of our Italian viewers.
Chef
We have viewers.
Make that joke every time. It
I
always
do.
hurts.
I know.
But,
No one's made it this far into the podcast.
Dario Argento.
Please subscribe. Please.
And like the video.
Please.
Please. But,
Dolan demands it.
And share it on your Facebook wall with your
Oh,
fat, stupid
God.
friends.
Oh, God.
Well, that's all our viewers. I mean, no one listens to us anymore. Great job, Tyrone. But Dario Argento made it so that each of the doorknobs on every door is like 2 feet taller than the actress, so that she has to like reach up to turn it kind of like a little girl would. And there are these very weird, bizarre design choices, especially with color. Like
it will change colors just midway through scene.
Yeah, and you kind of like don't notice it, then you notice it. But overall, it has a really good story about witchcraft. Some very vicious deaths that are just like
brutal.
Yeah, completely brutal, including one with barbed wire, where that's like the one scene where it's like I can't look at this.
It's still uncomfortable to watch.
But as for horror, if you love horror movies, this is something that's still to this day definitely scary, especially with the soundtrack from Goblin, which even like before watching this movie, check out the soundtrack because it's scary on its own.
A lot of these Italian horror movies that you showed me in the last couple of weeks
have
like
great soundtracks.
The best soundtracks.
Have you seen Suspiria?
No, I haven't seen
Oh,
Suspiria.
Yeah, that's one you got to see.
That's
but,
on my list also. I love Suspiria.
Yeah, so it's the most famous Italian horror movie probably out there.
Oh,
And-
Moonstruck.
Oh God, Cher and Nicolas Cage.
That is a horror movie.
He's got his hand. He's got his wife.
To me, there is nothing scarier relating to Italians than Joe Pesci having sex with Sharon Stone in Casino. Like, it might as well have been a rape scene. I mean, it's
God.
not. But I feel like sex with Joe Pesci would just feel like that no matter what.
Oh no. He probably has kids.
He likes.
Oh, God!
The first thing I gotta mention is that he thinks about sex with Joe Pesci.
No.
And that's the first thing he thinks about it.
It's the first thing when I think about Italian horror.
No, but when you finally see Suspiria, just try to get that soundtrack out of your head.
Oh my
Because
God.
you won't. I'm going to tell you right now, you will fail.
So that's the first movie on my list. It would have been my number one if we were doing it in order. But
Jake, what is a movie? I believe you said Evil Dead was one of your choices.
Evil Dead, I hold in regard, and also Evil Dead 2 in high regard. I really enjoy Sam Raimi's take on both movies.
why are you wearing Hobbit slippers though?
I'm gonna kick your ass at them.
I'm gonna put these hobbit feet on your face, bitch.
This will make sense to the people listening.
No,
But
okay.
if anyone wants to put
people-
their input, I don't even know what to say about those movies. Like, they're not necessarily scary to me, but they are definitely like considered horror movies.
Evil
And
Dead 2 has some like
funny,
ridiculously unique camera angles where it's like I don't think I've ever seen this done in
Even-
a movie in general,
And just crazy.
and it's just fucking
just
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoy those films, and they're shot really well in terms of like what they use to shoot the movie.
And the fact that they're all both like pretty low budget.
Yeah, they're pretty low budget, and Bruce Campbell always acting
Bruce
I don't-
Campbell's a badass.
like Bruce Campbell.
He is groovy.
Oh God, it would only make sense if you've seen the movie.
Okay, Jeff.
Well, that's enough of that.
My choice is one of my favorite movies based in Chicago, where we live. It's Stir of Echoes.
His address is 13 for. No, I don't know the address. I can tell you the crossroads.
Go on.
Okay,
But
go
yeah,
on.
Stir of Echoes, starring Kevin Bacon, is one of his best performances. It's a really good mystery. It's really scary, suspenseful, and I've seen it like 3 times now, and each time just love it more and more.
By the
It's
way,
really-
besides just the adjectives he's using, for a little more detail, it's a ghost movie.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
It's-
Kevin Bacon gets
It's
hypnotized.
definitely a ghost
yeah.
movie.
He
Yeah,
gets hypnotized, and then he starts
Hello,
seeing
how was
visions.
because he's sensitive
Oh.
to certain stuff.
Oh,
And,
hold on, we got a call.
And
Is it a
Oh,
ghost?
Jake.
What's up?
oh
Let's just
god.
leave the room.
Yeah.
So anyways,
That was bad.
Sure.
Wait, you don't know who that call was?
We're doing a podcast, man.
No, this is scaring me now, though.
It was a very attractive female voice. I don't know who called me.
And
that.
she was like,
so then it was
"Hey,
a wrong.
pay
it was a wrong
$9.99 a
So,
minute."
or it was imaginary.
number.
Well, I didn't have the number, so I don't know how they got my number.
WeAre18.com.
No,
Oh
no.
my god.
So anyways, Stir of Echoes.
So that goes. It's Kevin Bacon gets hypnotized, and then when he breaks out of it, he starts seeing these visions
Because he
everywhere.
turns out to be sensitive to
Yeah,
paranormal
and he sees
shit.
one particular ghost, and it helps him try to solve this mystery of what happened to her, and it's
And
Really?
the
It's
hallucinations are really fucked up and
Yeah.
terrifying.
And not only
and
that,
they come out of nowhere. They're just sudden. And you're like, what the fuck was that?
the sound effects, not like just the little moments where he's like hit like something's going on, like the whole screen shifts into like a red gradient, and it's just like
it's
like
pretty cool.
industrial noise, like and you're just like, holy shit, what is going on? It's like, and it's just like that one scene. That's the only scene it happens in. It's like there's something different happening each time.
Another thing I got to comment on that I really like about it is the fact that like it's a mystery, but it's not like your common like, oh, this clue leads to this
Yeah.
clue, which leads to this. Yeah, there's some things they do with like music that leads to a
Yeah.
clue for what's going on. His kid is seeing stuff.
Yeah.
There's even like things where they use dreams as clues, where it's like a bunch of different stuff that's really cool. And it's a shame that this director went on to make fucking Premium Rush.
Oh.
Which was a good movie.
It's just
No.
That was
not
a
the-
horrible movie.
Oh,
But
just let it go. Man.
but Kevin
Really
Bacon
wasn't.
having
Disagree, it's
sex
bad.
with that woman who
It's
plays in
fun.
Criminal Intent. You know what I'm talking about?
There's a
Rush.
sex scene in the film.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
does it? The woman who's his wife is the woman who plays the
And
partner.
she's naked and they're making sex.
But I think okay, fine.
Oh, the woman who
Oh,
plays the
you-
ghost is
Graham House.
yeah, exactly, and Warrior.
Oh shit.
But yeah.
Well, he brought up like, oh, remember that girl? She was from this, and I was like,
I didn't realize that's what you're doing. I thought you were just trying to
the
comment
kid,
on the sex
however,
scene.
No. I just
however, in the movie hasn't really done anything.
He's not a bad actor, right?
No, he's really good,
Just
though.
like,
I don't know why that movie's underrated. Maybe it was released around the same time as Sixth Sense because
I
it came
think
out in
it
1999.
was.
oh well
It was
yeah.
buried in
That's
a shu-
that's
like,
totally
just
gonna be
buried in
overshadowed.
a shuffle, and I don't know. Maybe we got poor marketing, but that movie's fucking great.
It
It
doesn't
is.
deserve to be underrated. It deserves way more attention.
Speaking on that, I think Sixth Sense is kind of overrated.
In
In comparison to like good,
have you seen it recently?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw it?
a couple months ago, 3 to 4 months ago.
I don't know, dude. I really.
It's a good movie, no doubt.
I
It's a great
get-
movie.
But what? No. What were
Yeah,
you
it's a
gonna
great-
say? What were you gonna say? Compared it to
Like movies like Stir of Echoes, I prefer Stir of Echoes to Sixth Sense.
See, I can see that though, but at the same time, I feel like they're two different ghost stories. Like Sixth Sense is like straight up just drama.
like you have two
It's
very
almost-
stylistic directors.
If there were no ghosts in the movie, it would just be like a really depressing drama, which is kind of what it is. It's a really depressing
Yeah.
ghost story that just happens to have ghosts. Whereas Stir of Echoes is like this fast-moving mystery with some horror elements and jump scares and ghosts. And like I think they're two completely different movies that you can't really even compare all that much. But maybe that's just me.
No, I see
can
what
see
you're
the
saying.
connection, but I don't know. I
In other words, you're wrong.
no, it's kind of like comparing two very like Quentin Tarantino and somebody else who has like their own.
Pixar.
Wes
P.T.
Anderson.
Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson.
Yeah, those are two similar directors.
Like I would
right?
pick Wes Anderson over Quentin Tarantino.
But that's no, but that you can't. All right, that's
know
personal
what?
choice. But like,
I think I might be with you.
We're off topic. But.
anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tyrone.
we have to be on topic in this podcast.
Tyrone, you had some that you wish to mention.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Holy shit!
Wait, we're not doing our favorite horror movies?
Terrible.
Oh.
That was clever. Okay, no.
You made it funny.
I did. No, because we were off topic, so I figured I'd join in.
Yeah.
Like they did back
Continue.
side. Okay, anyway.
No, the topic's now porn.
We've made our choice.
No, stop.
Looking at porn in public is the ultimate risk, but the ultimate reward.
God dang it, Jeff.
Why? Why do you talk when it's not your turn? Tyrone,
Okay,
please
Tyrone.
go on.
Okay. I will go with Scream. Just because I saw it when I was too young to have seen it and appreciate it, and it terrified me. And then I saw it again, and I'm like, this is actually a really good movie. It's not just this thing that haunted my dreams.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But I like that.
Oh, this is sad. Go on. Sorry, I just saw something.
Stop interrupting Tyrone.
I'm sorry.
You don't get to say that, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Tyrone, you were saying.
I also am a huge fan of just satire as an art form, so I just kind of like just the idea of making it works as a satire, but also works just as a straight horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a difficult line to kind of walk in.
Right.
Or if you're pretentious and you pretend that you're learned, you could say it's meta.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but it's true that
Shut
a
the
lot
fuck
of kids
up.
say that don't even know what it means.
No, I do know what meta means.
The really sad thing that I saw, as you may or may not know, Marshall Wallace, who died, was it today? Or yesterday?
Well, technically yesterday.
Voice of Miss Krabappel
They're calling her Crandall.
on The Simpsons. I just saw this photo.
I've been calling her Miss Gray. Oh, that's what
That's
the fuck.
sad, though.
Says you'll be missed.
No, you can see it, but fuck, it's sad for us.
It's Bart writing on the chalkboard. You will be missed.
Oh,
Ned just can't catch a
over
break.
and over and over again. What?
Ned married Edna Krabappel, or was dating her. Mostly.
Yeah. That's garbage. No one likes to do shit.
I don't either. I was just...
Alright, sorry. So one of mine, out of the couple that I was going to mention, a lot of these...
when Maud died.
A lot of these films that everyone has, I also like as well, but some of the ones I had, VHS.
Why did they kill her off?
I was in A school. God
A
dang.
T-shirt candle.
Tyrone,
Oh my God.
I will slit your mustache off.
Okay.
You needed to shave anyway.
I will give you such a good shave.
I
And you will be so smooth.
I will give you a back rub, and you will be so less tense. Oh man, you're gonna hate it.
I'm gonna make sure you have plenty of liquor and women around, and you're just gonna be happy and miserable.
You might even like white people from now on.
Ooh, that's
Some scary
tough one.
shit.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's scary.
All right, so VHS.
Might even like Mumford and Sons.
Oh no, yeah, or Coldplay.
No, that's too far.
Cold prey.
Coldplay. Okay, so seriously though, VHS. When I was late one night, because I had the night shift classes, I decided I was going to watch Netflix, and VHS was on. I was like, oh, what is this skull picture thing with VHSs? Oh, wait a minute, I remember this. This is that thing that's got a compilation of movies, of short films, all like, VHS style. And I was like, oh, I got to check this out. And it starts out really weird. It's just a bunch of guys like fucking around and messing with people and breaking
It starts
shit.
out, wow, I fucking hate this movie and everyone in it.
Yes.
Pretty much.
But then they find this house and it's all creepy and shit, and they start watching these videos and these...
Dead dude sitting on a chair and stuff.
Oh my god. And then he disappears, and it's just like... All the stuff that happens, like all the short films, except for I think one of them, like all of them are pretty intense. I think one of them was really heartfelt. Isn't it VHS one that has the zombie...
No, it's VHS.
That's VHS 2. Okay. Because that actually. So speaking of VHS 2, they actually did a pretty good job with having a sequel, because a lot of those.
I actually
short
think it's
films
better than the original.
I would say so too, just because.
Well, I can't actually remember what was in the original now.
Well, the thing with the original for me is like except for one, like all the shorts had such great potential. That didn't lead to a satisfying build-up.
Like, well, which one would be a good example that you...
Like, for instance, like the one about the techno video serial killer who can only be seen through the video camera.
Yeah.
So like that, like okay, it's got some really good special effects.
Yeah.
It has some creepy moments where it's like there's a serial killer who could only be seen through the video camera.
And the video camera glitches.
Yeah, and
creepy
you can see him. You can kind of see him walking as video static. It's kind of cool. But at the end, it's like they don't do anything with it. It's like, everyone's dead. And the thing,
the Succubus one was pretty good.
The Succubus one was pretty
Dude,
cool. But once again, it's like I feel like
they started out with a bang, like.
And I feel like it just kind of ended.
No, that ends how it should end because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this was found. Like, oh shit, what happened? Where did it go? Like, dude, that whole thing was fucking creepy.
The worst one was the one that stars Jeff, aka can't even think of his name. He was also in You're Next.
Oh, Joe Swanberg.
Yeah, Joe Swanberg, where him and his wife or girlfriend.
Oh my god!
And that's just fucking boring throughout. And it just leads to, there was a killer.
And they killed him. And lesbians.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing. And I just felt like...
I felt that it comes out of nowhere. Like, it kind of made me a little sick seeing it. It was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, if anything, it just looked like a snuff film.
Yeah.
Like, so, it's got that going for it, for horror. I think the best one
fucking Radio Silence one.
Yes, the one at the end, the one by Radio Silence. It's called 10/31/98, I think.
Which one is that again?
It's set on Halloween, and it's about these three guys going to a Halloween party, and they don't know where it is.
Oh, so the haunted house.
They end up going to this haunted house it's actually a haunted house, but they're just having fun. They don't realize it. And it's just like, it's a really good short ghost story.
I actually didn't. Well, hold on. Is it the one where they find the cult upstairs and the?
Yeah.
Okay, that one I didn't really care for that much. I don't know why.
It follows the tropes of like ghost stories you would read, like for instance, like something you would read in More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
Like a short story like that. You know, they were trying to help out. They fucked up. It's a ghost. They died.
Yeah.
Which is spoilers, but.
But I mean, not seeing this movie now.
But it's done so well, the effects, and it's genuinely creepy.
Yeah, no, that is.
Especially when like corpses start to rise and like hands come through walls or something. It's like,
that was pretty
holy shit, this is actually kind of freaky. And then the end is like, you actually feel bad for these guys. Yeah. They're just trying to help.
Which is more than you can say through most of the characters in the original VHS.
Where it's like, I'm so glad this guy's dead.
Yeah.
I will admit though, in VHS 2. The cult with the
that was the best one except for the last moment.
Yeah, where it's just like, that's like they didn't do a good job with the monster. It was just like
I thought it was good from a distance.
Yeah, from a distance, but then it was just
when
like
it got up close, it's like this is a puppet.
Yeah, it was just
you showing me a fucking cheap.
Oh my god, it's Kermit.
Oh no.
But no, yeah, that one, the zombie one is
the zombie one's really sad.
It takes a weird turn. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like. Well, not only is it a zombie first-person perspective thing, but then it's like, wait a minute.
This zombie's got heart.
The zombie may have humanity left in him.
But you're still scared for the people that he's chasing. Like, oh my god, get the fuck into the car right now!
Yeah, exactly. That is pretty tense because it's like you're not seeing their perspective or not. You're seeing his perspective. Him actually chasing it. It just like intensifies the moment.
Really, the only bad one in VHS 2 is the last one with the aliens.
Yeah, that one was. It's just like, oh, aliens are scary and kids
and they
high
filmed it
and
like
jerking
they
off.
flushed the video camera down a toilet. Like it's just. I know it's shaky cam, but Jesus Christ, it's like going everywhere.
The shaky clam.
the shaky clam.
It's shaky
like your girl's place.
Oh my god, I'll fucking kill you. It's shaky cam, and it's also like really glitchy where you can see like pixels around everywhere and stuff like that. Where it's just like, why is this even here?
Yeah.
And then they fucking killed the dog.
Yeah,
like no
spoilers.
Doesn't even matter.
But the I one was pretty good.
Which one's that? Oh, the first one.
Let's change topic. We haven't seen this movie.
So
Jake's like, shut the fuck.
Another movie. You know what? Since we're talking about found footage movies with VHS, there's this Japanese movie I heard of called Noroi or Noroi, as you're calling it.
That's how you say
it. It's Noroi.
Noroi.
No, yeah. See, it's not fucking Noroi.
Well,
but
you know what? You told me Noroi.
No, you wrote Noroi, and you told me that's the name of it, and I was like,
did you originally
say? Noroi.
So Noroi, The Curse, is a movie I heard of.
Japanese film.
Go on, please, Tyrone. What are you guys say? What are you guys say?
No.
This is a movie I heard of when I was just kind of looking up lists of the best found footage movies, and this on maybe 4 or 5 different lists showed up as number 1. So, what it has to do with this curse in Japan of this demon who kind of grabs a hold of children, and it's some other fucked up shit. But the reason I really like this movie is because it actually looks like found footage. It actually looks like this is very cheap video that you probably shouldn't have found, and you probably shouldn't be watching right now, because not only are bad things happening to the people in it, possibly something could happen to you from watching this. It just has this like really disturbing feeling all throughout, and there's no jump scares. It moves.
Is this the pseudo documentary thing you showed
Yeah,
me one time?
it's kind of a slow moving pace because it's a 2-hour movie.
Holy shit!
Where each, and it's almost a little bit of like an anthology film because it's different stories that all tie up, but it all has to do with this demon. But it has some for a movie that has no jump scares. I remember watching it around like 2 a.m. and just feeling really nervous and really just disturbed, and like there were points where I thought I kind of want to just turn it off because I'm freaking out at the things that I'm seeing, because it seems like part of it seems real and part of the imagery is just so unnatural and creepy. It plays with ghosts, demons, all sorts of like, and the ending is one of the most disturbing endings I've seen in a horror movie, where if I were to watch this movie again, I'm not sure if I could watch the ending.
Wow.
It's a really good film. It's a slow burn type movie, kind of like another movie I have on my list that Jeff has too. But it's interesting throughout, and if you like horror movies that are just going to kind of dig into your brain and stay there for a while instead of just like popping out at you with a bunch of jump scares, this is the movie for you. And I think, personally, it's my favorite found footage horror movie. So, Noroi the Curse, you can watch it all on YouTube, which I think is the best way to see it, because it's like not the best quality.
Something that you would find on YouTube. Almost.
Yeah, it's not the best quality. It's the entire movie's up there. It looks like you're watching a VHS. Check it out,
Jake. I want you to talk about Pandorum
because why the fuck is that on your list? You mean Event Horizon 2? No, not really.
Well,
a poor man's Event Horizon with Adam and Eve at the end.
What?
Yeah,
the Pandorum is. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, Pandorum, I first watched it a couple years ago. I just randomly picked it out of a couple horror movies such as Event Horizon, Sphere. I was just like, oh, what's a movie kind of like those movies?
So you went on a sci-fi horror
binge,
kick.
pretty much.
It's kind of cool.
And then I started watching Pandorum, and it's not. I don't know how to describe it. The enemies, it's pretty much they fighting mutant, like zombie-esque creatures,
tribal people, like
we don't give a fuck
mutants, and
This is the one with Ben Foster.
Yeah, it's the movie with Ben Foster.
How's Ben Foster in this?
Ben Foster's pretty good, and it's really disorienting because you're not sure who the bad guys are, and it kind of throws you for a couple of loops in the movie.
What's his
To be
name?
fair-
The captain.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis
Quaid.
Quaid.
To be fair, I have yet to hear the phrase, so how was Ben Foster in the movie? Fucking sucked. Like, he's always great in whatever he's doing.
Even in the 2 episodes he was in, Freaks and Geeks, it's like, oh, he's really good at playing autistic kid.
Oh, you know who else is in this movie? Zod's right-hand woman in Man of Steel.
Really?
What?
Oh, now I gotta see this now.
Yo, let's.
But
And Norman
it's
Reedus.
very.
Yo, y'all want to do a circle jerk?
Oh my god! Why are you?
What?
It's a very good like sci-fi. It's a really dark film. Like you won't. It's like I don't know how to describe it because the movie takes place in like a lot of corridors and a lot of like you can't see what's around you, and it's really you feel kind of claustrophobic when you're watching the movie. You're like, oh my god, these guys are trapped in this tight corridors, and you find out a couple secrets throughout the movie. I don't want to spoil anything, but you discover that not everything the characters thought was true was actually true, and you discover
Was Dolan whole time.
and it actually kind
Actually,
of
is Dolan.
it's kind of has a really weird ending, so to speak.
Wait.
I don't know.
We're not talking about Event Horizon yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you're
talking
explaining
about
it.
30 Days Night here. 30 Days Night with Ben Foster.
Oh yeah, he's in that too.
Oh,
really.
shit.
Which he's also creepy in that movie.
He's
Ben
the
Foster.
guy who's like,
But,
give me some raw.
I'd recommend checking it out if you're into sci-fi horror movies. And
I would not agree with that.
I don't know. It's one that I always wanted to watch because I thought, if anything, this would just be
even
fun.
if you don't like super enjoy the movie, you can say you watched it.
Yeah, no, I will say that. Like, it's a movie to check out because, like, there are certain scenes that are kind of cool to see. Like when they meet the guy who's living by himself for all that time.
Yeah,
that's some crazy shit. But aside from that, I don't really care for it. And the ending was like, really, dudes? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
But anyways, Jeff, you have another movie.
You have the floor.
Master School.
Please state your case.
Mine, next movie.
Oh, did you? Oh, you said mine, and I was like, don't say comp.
Just
Have they made a movie about Mein Kampf?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have.
So this is my third movie now. Cause
when Hitler was a carpenter, you know what the first thing he made was?
Oh no, what?
Mein Comfy chair.
Oh my god! I seriously, you know what? No joke. I seriously had the temptation to just throw my iPad.
Oh my god!
Switch the topic. Just move on.
Jeff.
28 Days Later.
I said, switch.
Probably my favorite zombie movie.
Oh,
there we go.
I didn't even pick that up.
That was
Shit!
bad.
No one rewind this.
Probably my favorite zombie movie.
20 Days Later.
One of my favorite horror movies of all time.
The movie's fucking
if not
awesome.
my favorite of all time. I fucking love 20 Days Later.
Eric
It's
Elton.
You mean Chris Eccleston?
Christopher Eccleston.
Eric Eccleston.
Hi.
Dr. Eggman.
Doctor Who.
Brendan Gleeson. Cillian Murphy. It's intense.
Isn't Cillian Murphy?
Yes.
Is it Cillian or Cillian?
Killian.
Selena Gomez.
Scarecrow's in
She
this
was an
movie.
infant.
It's really...
I thought I heard something creepy.
I heard
It's
something.
really intense, scary, well acted. It takes a total shift in like the last 30 minutes.
Which makes it in a way scarier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that turns fucking awesome. Just the whole way that plays out.
It has one of the
It
best
has
climaxes of a horror
Yeah,
movie.
and the score is just ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's a classic in my opinion.
If I can,
I love 20 Days
if I can
so
make
much.
one comment, maybe it's just because I was maybe 11, 12 when that came out. No, maybe like 12,
I
13.
was 10 years old.
Okay, so I was 9.
Yeah.
So I was 9 when this movie was coming out. And I think the only thing scarier than the movie itself was the advertising for it.
Yeah.
The poster is that famous red poster with
the
Jim
eyes.
walking in the background, but it's just a silhouette. And just as 20 Days Later is like, what the fuck is this? 28 Days Later after what? Like, what is this? And then the trailer is like so fast moving.
Yeah, like day one, and then
Yeah,
it's just like
and then,
creepy
like-
images that are like sped up.
And it ends with the best part, like one of the best parts in the movie, where there's a window and lightning strikes, and there's a zombie there.
Yeah.
And it ends with that. So I remember seeing this at 9 when I was just like watching TV, and I'm like,
You're like-
oh man, I shit myself. What's going on?
Well, yeah, that's the thing about it, where there'll be scenes where the characters just talk and like, oh, character development, bam, zombies.
Yeah. It really is one of the best zombie movies. And I don't care if you say this bullshit, oh, they're not zombies, they're infected. It's a zombie movie.
The Rage
And it's
monsters.
definitely one of the best ones. One of the best horror movies out there
I love 20 Days Later.
nowadays.
I can watch it right now.
Yeah, it's just a really good, like, you can just watch this movie anytime. Like, not even,
Yeah, man.
just like, hey, you want to watch a good movie?
You
Let's
really
watch 20
care
Days
for the
Later.
characters. You're like every time, because you get infected with the rage like virus just by even like a drop of blood.
Basically, if a breeze hits you
Yeah.
next
So
to a
it's just
zombie,
like-
you're going to be infected.
So every drop of blood, every contact with a zombie, you're like, no, get the fuck away from there, dude. I love that movie so much. And
It's
if you haven't
very,
seen
very
it, go out right now and see that.
Tyrone.
Okay. I'm gonna go with The Thing.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the thing from the 60s, right? 1960s.
Well, okay,
1950
hold on.
that movie that lasted like a whole day.
You mean that 2.5 hour movie that was 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh my God, that took.
I believe it's my turn to speak.
Okay, go on.
But the good.
I have the floor. No, the one in between the other two ones of the thing.
Nice.
John
The one from the
Carpenter's
80s, John
original
Carpenter's
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I thought it was good. It's scary. That's my review. No, I don't. I kind of find it interesting though. Whenever it's like there's
That music, man.
the music, yeah, but it's just like it focuses a lot though more on like just about how it's more about the horrors that like people inflict on each other. A lot of it.
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, you have the thing, but it's like it's a lot of what happens that like goes wrong is that like people just turn on each other really quickly.
Well, that's what's great about that movie. It's because not only is the thing scary, but this just the way that anyone could be the thing, and it just creates this paranoia.
It's like you know the fact not only that, but like you know it's like the thing as a like it's not like just like I am a robot and must eat people, and it's not just like
It's
like the fucking
hey,
original.
you know your best friend, the dog? I'm gonna turn him inside out and make tentacles come out of him.
yeah, dude. Oh my god. Or like, hey,
Man's best hentai.
Oh.
but then there's moments where you're watching it, and it's like,
sick, but
man,
awesome.
my good buddy just turned into a walking head with spider legs. I'm gonna lose my mind now. And then you're just suspicious of everyone, and then everyone's suspicious of you, and then you're just like, but no, there is somebody who is turned, but we don't know who it is, and it's just like, oh, it's,
The blood
you
testing
have a lot of
scene.
that, like Walking Dead,
jeez.
where it's like no one trusts each other. You see, like, you know, it's not about the zombies, and it's not about the thing, but it's about the people and their relationship with each other. And John Carpenter is a master at setting the atmosphere. Like, it's creepy because it's in Antarctica. They're away from everything. Mm-hmm. The outpost that was the Swedish outpost was totally abandoned.
Even if they could escape this, there's no escaping this.
Yeah. There's
no way to get out because you're just in the fucking middle of
And
nowhere.
when they discover the outpost, it's like all torn apart. Blood is frozen out. People like,
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck happened here?
Oh my god! And not only that,
and it's gory to this day. Like there's just stuff in there where
the practical
effects are amazing. Like it pisses me off thinking how many movies are just resorting to CG gore and
even
CG
for
blood,
like CG blood
when it's like
movies.
They did this back at a time where they shouldn't have been able to do effects as good. Like what the fuck is your excuse? Like
yeah.
And it's gory as a motherfucker. God damn.
And it has diabetes.
Oh yeah, Wilford fucking dude, what an all-star cast! Fucking
Keith David,
Two first names.
Wilford Brimley,
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's
a
Two
fucking
first
badass.
names.
Yeah.
Dude, the fact that he's in that and in Escape from New York,
Escape from LA.
No, we're not talking about that shit movie. Okay, Escape from New
Why
York.
did I bring up old shit?
Escape from New York. Just that they both have that same atmosphere and the same kind of like musical thing where it's like. There's creepy shit going on, and you're alone with Kurt Russell a lot of times, and you just don't know what's going to happen. Like, especially in
You're the Duke.
You're the Duke. You're number one. No, but like, there's a scene when Snake Plissken first comes into New York on the World Trade Centers, and he has to go down a certain way through the elevator, but then he has to go to either the stairs or another elevator because of the electricity and everything. And he's in like the middle of the building, and you're inside, like you're in this corner. And you can see Snake in the background kind of looking around. But then you see like a shadow on the wall just of someone running by somewhere. And it's just like, what the fuck?
And if you were wondering, Escape from New York can't be that cool. His name is fucking Snake Plissken.
Yeah.
That's like one of the coolest character names ever.
Isaac Hayes is the Duke of New York. Like, how fucking badass. And then fucking Ernest Borgnine.
One bad mother, shut your mouth.
Ernest Borgnine is in the movie too as Cabby. He just comes into a cab.
There's that.
Masturbating away.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna live to 98.
Oh, that's so bad.
Here's to you, Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
For masturbating and being Mermaid Man.
Oh no.
Oh, let me just stop this podcast right here really quick to do a quick, because we've never acknowledged it publicly on the show. Rest in peace to Roger Ebert. It's been fucking months now. But honestly, I feel like I had to do it because we never fucking talked about it. And we always said we're going to wait till like a long form podcast to do it. So, a moment of silence. That's long enough. Roger Ebert.
He only deserved that much silence.
Just spitting in his grave. You motherfuckers.
He only inspired most of us to do this, but okay.
Pretty much.
Roger Ebert endorses this show. Please subscribe.
I've heard from his estates. He was a big fan before he died.
You're terrible people.
Our podcast killed him.
Well,
no.
That's it.
We're done. We're
We're horrible people.
Okay.
I mean, we made Holocaust jokes, and that one
killed it.
That one went.
But it's okay. So.
Oh, hold on. Let me check. We insulted Roger Ebert.
Every
Italians.
Every race.
Who cares about Italians? Roger Ebert, though.
Wait, I was paying respect to him. What are you talking about?
He said we killed him.
This podcast killed him.
Oh,
okay. Was saying. But,
and you said we got acknowledgement from the estate.
Okay. Leonard Maltin, I'm looking at you next.
Oh. Matt Pius, you're going down.
Matt Pius, you're a fucking idiot. And I don't know how you have a job. And someone give him AIDS or something.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Is it Gene Siskel? He also watched the podcast?
Oh, that's going too far.
10 years ago.
He was before internet was invented.
How about Tin Man Kid? Let's hope he hears this.
What?
He was back when internet was like.
Please never go to any pre-screenings again.
For the computer to boot up.
Shout out to John Tron. Thank you.
Shout out to John Tron.
He's gonna be like, who the fuck are these assholes?
Who the fuck are these assholes?
We like your show.
But so whose turn is it?
My turn.
Okay.
All right. So another one is, and this is kind of like what I was saying earlier. One of the films that you got me to see. It was on your birthday. Went to go see Insidious in theaters.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And I screamed like a little girl because that shit was fucking scary. And it I love that it used some classic stuff and then it made some changes with horror movies. You know, you had.
It's a new classic horror movie.
Yeah, it's like
it is scary as fucking
that
hell.
intro and exo, that fucking screeching
fucking
violins, dude. Oh my god! And then just the fact that it did a really good job up until the end of keeping a sense of mystery with everything that was weird and scary.
Well, even at the end, it does go a little over the top, kind of.
Well, no, I mean,
but just the way the fucking Darth Maul guy is just like crawling up the wind. Climbing up their ceiling and everything.
By the way, we recorded a review for Insidious 2, but I never put it up because there was a problem with the audio. But we liked it. Go see it. It's playing at the Logan now. So
when you played that, was it like in The Conjuring where all you heard was like just demonic noises?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
All I heard was Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim's scary enough, but this movie made it even scarier. Oh my god, stop it!
So
I just pissed my pants.
Dude, one of the scenes that actually still gets me about Insidious is nothing with like the Darth Maul guy. Actually, no, there is that scene where
he's just there.
He's just like
Patrick Wilson. Yeah,
he's like Patrick. It's like Patrick Wilson's talking. Back to the kid. Patrick Wilson's talking. You're like, you expected that second time to see him, but he doesn't. But they do it a third time. You're like, hey, he's behind his shoulder, and he's just staring at you. Patrick Wilson's not, and you would ought to just piss yourself, and it's just fucking scary. But the worst, I think, was like when they moved to the second house.
The ghost kid.
The ghost kid.
Because you fucking see him. Before anything happens. If you're actually watching and paying attention, he's just standing there looking at you.
Oh yeah.
And then shit goes down.
And you know what?
I thought you were talking about the scene where, like, when first shit goes down, where they're like, "Oh, something's happening with the baby," and then go to the room,
that dude's there,
and that dude's outside. That's when I thought this was gonna be fucking scary.
No. When the mom's at home and it's noon.
It's day.
It's daytime. And she's like, weird shit's happening. I'm gonna go look around. I hear my son somewhere. Son, I'm looking around. And there's this creepy little 40s kid in some little hat just dancing away in the living room like dark satanic nonsense. And I'm like, oh my god, this movie's gonna kill me.
That movie, dude, Insidious just scares the hell out of me.
By the way,
it's just so good though.
Scary.
It's not on my list, but just quick shout out to The Conjuring for being probably the best
horror movie. Your list?
Probably of the 5 movies we're going to talk about today. No, because I want to talk about more kind of underrated stuff.
That's why I have it on.
The Conjuring.
But The Conjuring is the best horror movie of this year.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
far.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
They again. Patrick Wilson did a very good job.
Yeah.
Everyone
So
does a
let's.
good job.
Wow, man.
So I think it's my turn, right?
Yeah, it is indeed. You have another shout out.
Oh well, I'm going to be talking about, or you know what? I'm going to let you pick, and I'll just start talking about it.
How about bring up the Beyond? Because I got to see that with you.
You know what? No, we actually we didn't see it. I showed you like parts of it.
Oh yeah.
And I've listened. We've listened to the soundtrack a little bit.
Fulci one, right?
Beyond is Lucio Fulci's what he considers, or not what he considers, but what a lot of people consider his best film, which is completely debatable. Because if you come in with the bad mentality or with the wrong mentality, you're gonna think this is a piece of shit. What I just watched didn't make any sense. But it's one of those movies, like, the reason I love it so much is, in a way, almost like a David Lynch film. It's just, it's an 80-minute nightmare.
Jeez.
The entire thing. Because it has to do with this hotel that's built over a portal that leads to hell, basically. Or not really to hell, but to the other world, you know, like when you die and you cross over
Another realm.
supposedly this is where you're going to go to, or some passageway or something like that. So it's this hotel that's built over that, and it opens up in like 1920s New Orleans, and this one guy knows how to fix everything, but they're like, you're a warlock, so we're just going to kill you. So they kill him. 50 years later.
Ragdoll. I just remembered that.
Oh god.
That awful movie about like fucking voodoo in the Ragdoll.
Yeah.
And it was on Spenguli, and they would use like the little like impromptu paint black censoring over the nipples and stuff, and like the strip clubs, and then they would just like straight up like just cut the swearing.
So Ragdoll's another great horror movie if you can find it.
That is only because it's got the Shadow Man and there's crazy voodoo.
It has cool elements. It's not a good movie.
Well, you know what? Actually, that doll does scare me though.
Dude, like, any fucking doll in the movie
dolls, all
looks
right?
scary,
Kinda
man.
scary.
That's a literal thing.
What was that movie? Tales from
Trilogy of Terror has that African
Voodoo doll.
Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah, which is freaky as hell. And then you got Ooga Booga.
Ooga Booga.
Oh,
So I'm talking about the one from we watched Tales from the
Sounds so
Hood.
racist.
Oh, Tales from the Hood? Yeah, they had creepy ass dolls too.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Well, it was creepy ass dolls who were going against an old racist guy.
Those dolls are no. Regardless of what the doll's motives were, they were
They
creepy
look
dolls.
scary.
Every doll. Okay,
Huh.
the woman in black opens up with dolls, and that is. They're just fucking
Also,
sitting there, and
Dead
that's
Silence.
scary.
Dead Silence. Not a
You
good
know what?
movie.
I
Not a good
haven't
movie.
I haven't seen Dead Silence.
Not a
yet,
good
but I want
movie.
to, just
The
'cause
dolls
James Wan.
scary. The dolls are scary though.
But anyway, back to the Beyond. They kill this warlock. 50 years later, this girl inherits this hotel, and she decides we're gonna open it up. We're gonna clean it up. It's gonna be I need money. So
Give me all the monies.
they open it up, and a lot of bad shit starts happening. And if you're at all familiar with Fulci, a lot of gory shit starts happening. So people get their eyes fucking ripped out from corpses in the basement. And the reason I say it's like an 80-minute nightmare is because it really is. I mean, like, whether it's just like an image of a zombified corpse that they find like behind the wall, or someone getting killed in just like in a like horrific way, everything in this movie is kind of shocking. Where it's like, what am I watching? And I probably shouldn't be watching this.
Did he do zombie?
He did Zombie too. It was Zombie. But I really love it for that aspect. The soundtrack of it, which I maybe want to play a little bit of it really quick.
Can't
See,
tell me what to do.
What?
I'll talk when I want to talk.
No, please. I gotta hear the soundtrack so I can make points. The reason I mentioned the soundtrack and what I really kind of like and hate about it at the same time is that to me it's both like creepy yet at the same time like really beautiful in a way. Where it's like I could listen to it on its own, but at the same time I'm gonna feel scared because it's so bizarre. It goes from like chorus and orchestra to weird like droning coming from synthesizers and other things that adds to the whole surreal, nightmarish vibe of this. When I first saw this movie, all these horror movies, I was way too fucking young to see.
Oh, when you were a kid?
And it messed me up. I don't want to say it messed me up, because I feel like I'm a fully functioning adult.
It did
now.
mess him up because he doesn't like Back to the Future.
It's nice that you think that.
Yeah, I know. But
I like it.
one of my scariest Halloween memories comes from this movie. I used to, my parents, we're going to get into like some quick personal stuff. Parents weren't always together, so I used to go between mom and dad and stuff like that. And all these horror movies I would watch with my dad. So, I remember one Halloween, maybe the day before, maybe the day of, I forgot, or the weekend. I was watching this movie with him, and it was really freaking me out. There's not a lot of jump scares, but it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's just surreal, and it's disturbing. And but I liked it. Like, I really liked this movie. And then he took me home to my mom's house, and when we got there, this was like on a street down Fullerton, kind of by Marmora, if any of you know where that is.
No.
But we got there. It's nighttime. It's dark. There's not a lot of light on the street itself, and my house is empty and it's just dark. And we thought, okay, this is kind of weird. Maybe they're all in the back, in like the backyard. So he tells me to go, and I'm walking along the side of the house, and I'm just thinking of this movie and the soundtrack, and I'm just getting more and more freaked out to the point where it's just like I just stopped and I was like, I can't do this. I can't. I go, Dad, come help me out because I can't walk because I'm fucking too scared. And this movie, like, mentally as a kid, I think kind of fucked me up a little bit. And I think today it could still do that to people just because of how fucking bizarre it is. Like, there's no real concise plot. There's no real, like, you can't tell what's actually happening, what's just a part of this spirit's dreamlike world. And then the ending, to me, is really disturbing. And on another, like, deeper level, this whole movie kind of has to do with death, and I feel like Lucio Fulci, he made this around the 80s, and he died in 93. And he wasn't in the best health. I think he was afraid of death, and this is why he made this movie. Because it kind of, like, has to do with, like, what happens after, if anything at all. So if you want a movie that's kind of go deep into your skin and, like, make you think about it, check out The Beyond, but just have the mindset of, I'm going to be watching a nightmare and not so much like a concise, plot-driven horror movie. It's all about atmosphere in this movie. Jake.
Okay, another movie on my list is Monster Squad. It's a great, it's a great Halloween film, not necessarily a horror film, but it's one of the, I don't even know how to describe it, one of the best.
Just one of the funnest.
One of the most fun horror comedies I've ever seen with like monsters.
And usually I don't like kids. Kids are fucking awesome in this movie. Like, all of them are pretty, they lend something to the movie.
Yeah, kid actor, you gotta find the right kid actor. And they find like 5 of them in this movie.
Yeah.
Kids in RoboCop.
It's like, it's like the precursor to
Attack the Block.
Attack the Block. I mean, though Attack the Block has to do with aliens, this is like Universal Monsters, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's Frankenstein, the Mummy, Dracula, Wolfman, all those things.
Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's a scientist.
You know what I mean. Blackenstein. The Blummy.
It's Blackenstein's monster. I mean, Blackenstein's blonster.
Oh man, I'm so glad you brought up Monster Squad. It's so we rented it one day and we were like, I heard this is good. And by the end we were like, oh, it's fucking awesome.
Written by Shane Black.
Written by Shane motherfucking Black. And
Mr. Black.
Y'all enjoy.
Because who are you guys? We're the Monster Squad.
Shane Black is such a great.
So awesome.
Such just the way he the way he writes dialogue and just makes jokes. It's really funny. but also like
It's funny throughout, and there are some moments where it's like, oh, this is kind of getting dark.
yeah.
There's a lot of people
Intense.
I don't think that know about this movie, which
Not at all.
I don't know if it's. I don't personally know if it's underrated. I'm not sure if it did well when it first came out. But since a lot of people I've talked to don't actually know about this movie,
it is pretty underrated considering that there's been a lot of buzz around the Blu-ray release that came out, I think this year, if not like late last year. And it's kind of resurfacing. It's finally getting like screenings at different theaters, like the Alamo Draft House, stuff like that. It's I think it's just finally now getting the credit it deserves.
But to go to your point, I have never heard of this movie.
If you like Attack the Block, you will really like the Monster Squad.
or if you like Monster Squad, you may like Attack the Block.
So yeah,
But,
is it my turn?
Yeah, it's
Unless
just.
you still want to talk about it. I could talk about this all day.
I mean, yeah, I could talk about this movie all day, but
Let's talk about Monster Squad some more. Monster Squad is awesome. Go rent it.
go rent it. No,
Alright. Jeff.
Tyrone says go rent it too.
Sure.
Since I already
That's
covered
right, boy.
since he brought up Suspiria and I already covered Story of Echoes, and 20 Days Later I'm going to follow Jake's turn and do a horror comedy named Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is also very underrated. It was released about 2 years ago, and it is hilarious.
It's a really funny movie, I agree.
It's one of those things that it takes the horror genre and just kind of turns it on its head, where you're following these two guys in the woods, kind of like hillbilly types, and they just want to go to their cabin.
They're not hillbilly types. They're hillbillies. They're just
Okay.
straight up rednecks.
I was trying to be nice, but okay.
No, they're rednecks.
They're fucking hillbillies.
I mean, that's probably the only thing that's missing is the fucking dueling banjos. But
But yeah, these two guys, they go up to the cabin, they just want to fix it up, and just drink Pabst Blue Ribbon and fish, stuff like that. College kids come up, since they've seen all these horror movies, they're like, oh shit, these guys are really dangerous, and when they think they've kidnapped their friend, they go try to stop these killers, but they end up killing themselves in the process.
well, they're not actually killers. It's the funniest.
Oh yeah, they're not killers. They're just the nicest guys, and they're like, why are all these college kids dying around us?
It's the funniest series of miscommunications ever.
Yeah,
And not even like they're talking to each other, it's just like, I guess, like misreading
yeah.
ever. Because, yeah, kids see fucking rednecks with pitchforks and shit. Automatically they assume, oh, well, these guys are going to kill us and skin us.
I think it's Tucker who goes up to one of the college kids, one of the girls that he finds attractive, and he's holding like what is it, the Grim Reaper holds his thing, a scythe. He's like, hey, how you guys doing? Where are you guys going?
But it's not only like visually, it doesn't have just like a bunch of sight gags that are really funny.
Yeah.
The dialogue is really funny.
Oh, yeah.
And it's to that point where like it may need a second viewing, just because you'll be laughing at something and you'll miss a different joke.
Yeah. And it is like, it genuinely, it has some pretty nasty
It's
effects.
gory.
It is fucking bloody. There's one particular scene where you're like, oh, didn't need to see that. But yeah, I've seen that probably like 3 times now.
And it's on Netflix, so there's like no reason not to see it.
I would, if it has a sequel, I would really like a sequel to Tucker.
I heard they were making a sequel like after we saw, like that night we saw it. I heard, oh, they're making part 2. Or
Awesome.
they're already working on it.
Hey,
But
can't
this
wait.
was a while ago, so who knows?
If anyone ever brings up, oh yeah, I saw this movie Tucker and Dale on Netflix, I'm like, yes, watch it right now. Stop talking to me right now.
Tyrone, did you see 12 Years a Slave?
I did
I heard that
not.
was fucking horrifying, so.
Yeah.
What else?
You said you liked
Jeff.
Alien.
Oh yeah, Alien. That was a good movie. There was an alien on the ship, and there was
And she goes to
Susan
say,
Sarandon, and there was a cat that was all around the,
Cat, yeah.
the ship. And you're like, oh my god, it's the alien! No, it's just a cat. And they're
Bilbo
like,
Baggins.
Is that Space
versus-
Cat, the movie?
Space
Well, actually, to kind of speak on the horror comedy, you did mention Shaun of the Dead.
I also like Shaun of the Dead.
You got red on you.
That's the line from the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
Tyrone. Have you by any chance heard of this movie called Welcome Home, Brother Charles?
I've heard of it,
Have you?
I think.
It's a blaxploitation horror movie from the 70s, of course. Has to do with this guy who was wrongfully accused, gets into jail, and they do a bunch of fucked up experiments on him. So he's finally released.
Oh, modern day.
And he goes to find the people who had him locked up, and he kills them one by one using his giant cobra anaconda-like black penis to literally strangle them to death.
But what did they experiment on?
Are you serious?
This is a real movie, and it's not even like porn or anything like that. It's just like we need a black superhero.
we need a black.
Then the hook is revealed. His murder weapon is his own genitals, which are now enormous and superpowered as a result of the experiments he endured in prison.
Exactly.
You heard me right. He kills with his penis, and you see it all.
In fact, I think the DVD cover actually kind of shows it, but it really just looks like a black anaconda wrapped around a guy's neck.
I don't know what to say.
So go check it out. Watch it with the whole family. One of the best horror movies, underrated horror movies of the 70s.
So
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Alien Brother Charles.
yeah, Shaun of the Dead's pretty good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Shaun of the Dead's
Shaun
great,
is
but it's
awesome.
one of those movies like we don't even have to talk about it because
So many things.
everyone loves it,
Yeah.
and it's just really
Yeah, I
good.
feel like it's not like there's a segment of people who's like, that movie sucked.
It's automatically a good movie on the grounds that it's a funny zombie comedy, which is so fucking hard to do. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like everyone fucks that up somehow.
Juan de los Muertos.
Well, that's way after.
Yeah,
Plus,
sure.
that's pretty damn awesome movie. Anyway.
Yeah,
Juan-
that's really good.
Go check out Juan de los Muertos too. It's like
Okay,
I
Juan
think
the
it's.
Dead.
Pollos Hermanos.
Oh, shut the fuck up! White man always trying to bring us down. Why?
Pollos Hermanos.
Juan of the Dead.
I want to try that chicken so bad.
It's your turn.
Oh, man.
You racist bastard.
No, shush. I support something.
What's your favorite movie?
Supports racism.
Svengoolie, the
Birth of a Nation,
movie.
I think, is one of the best
No, shush. No, it's not.
Christmas movies of all time.
So I'm going to talk about probably one of the most disturbing movies I've seen in a long time, which is...
The Oogie Loves.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie is frightening.
Wait, did you not even see it?
I
You didn't
didn't
see
know.
Oogie Loves,
No,
right?
we watched it. We
Oh,
sat
yeah,
through
watch that right now. In
No.
fact, we gotta stop this podcast just to watch it.
No, that's okay.
They jerk off to the Oogie Loves.
No, what the fuck? Event Horizon, which... it takes, like, given as much as I see now, it's like it takes something to, like, really make me sick or actually scare me. When I watched Event Horizon, I steadily and slowly and tastefully got more and more, like, terrified and sick when I was watching it. Because, like, there's a point where it's like, you know, they get this message that's just audio. They can't actually see the visual of it. And, they...
I think I was gonna hit
Yeah,
you
I don't
right
know. I thought you were messing with, like, this is that! Throw this cup at me. No, but, there's a scene that, you know, they get this message and it sounds crazy, and this guy and the captain is speaking Latin, and they discern that, you know, the Latin is like, you know, liberate something like set us free, or
They just made a movie of him, right? The Candelabra or
Behind the
whatever.
candelabra.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you eventually see what happens with the visual in the message, and it's disturbing.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, raping and cutting people, and
No,
the
no,
guy.
no, I haven't seen this.
You know what?
Believe me,
I don't. I
it's
think
not what he just said. Really isn't spoiling what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's basically what you like. Oh my god, dude! It's horror on a whole nother level. Just because it's like oh, let's go to hell for real.
Wow.
Space Hell.
The space hell. It's not the overly dramatic fire is everywhere and
It's Doom Hell.
yeah,
Basically.
it's more psychological, and it's not like just like scary looking demons. It's more like let's take the worst out of humanity and like times that by a lot, as opposed to like what's fantastical and not real. It's just like, no, you remember that time you murdered that guy? Yeah, we're gonna make you have flashbacks of that in your head over and over again. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? And it's like the effects and the sounds and the looks of everything is just like, oh god, I'd have to go
Wow,
watch this.
I
So
only knew about this.
It's a really good
because
underrated movie. And if you can, check out the unrated version of it.
Damn.
Lawrence Fishburne is
That movie's also on Netflix, so go check it out.
Yes.
Is that the rated version though, or is that the unrated version?
think
Just
it's
because
the rated.
the only reason I bring it up is because I know that the unrated version came out not too long ago, maybe 3 years ago, and that movie's been out on DVD for a long time now.
I think the one on Netflix is probably the rated version, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Check out the unrated version just because it has more elongated scenes of what you're talking about.
I don't know if we need that. I don't know if we need that.
I was interested because it was on a few lists of like underrated horror movies. I just knew it was like some sci-fi.
It is
with
Andy was like, "Hey, you should check out this movie." Didn't give me any indication that there was any kind of horror involved. I was like, "Andy, what the fuck did I just watch?"
Event Horizon, when you first look at it, you're like, and especially if you look at even if you look at the first half of the trailer, you're like, "Oh, it's a sci-fi. They're trying to find something," and you're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I want to switch it really quick. Let's talk about comedy really quick. Have you heard of Audition?
No.
That movie is
Never heard of
a
it?
lighthearted comedy.
Because, like, you should watch it. In fact, everyone who's listening right now, just pause this, go on Netflix.
Type in broccoli soup scene.
No, God, no.
Think about it.
Fuck it. Never mind. I mean, this was working for a second, but the reason I bring up Audition is because if you ever just hate someone and you just want to just fuck them up, tell them to watch Audition, because chances are they've never heard of it. Chances are they're not going to read the description of it. They're just going to press play. And
The movie is
for a movie that takes like a left turn, this is like the definition of basically just like fucking with the audience. Like, hey, we're going to start off as a kind of slapstick, almost weird romantic comedy. This dude who just wants to find a girl in his life. And
He just wants to find love.
He kind of does. And we're going to end it with people getting their feet fucking sawed off by wire.
Oh,
my
And
God.
other shit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
needles through eyes.
Needles and eyes and.
Have you seen the movie The Devil Inside? The one with like it's a Korean film.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. I
Yes.
saw The Devil.
I saw the
I
movie's
saw the.
crazy.
I saw The Devil's fucking amazing. Everyone needs to go see it. Just,
That's gory as
you
fuck.
need to be
Yeah.
able to tolerate the violence.
Yeah, you know what? If you're accustomed and familiar with the kind of level of gore that Korea, Japan do with horror films, it's even. I would still argue that it's kind of a little intense.
It's the
You might not
most
be ready
hard.
for it.
I'd say, like, because there's. I talk about this with Jeff all the time. That there are different types of gore. There's the I saw the devil type gore where it's like this looks realistic and it's like
And it's
kind of
fucked
like
up.
it's
disgusting.
painful and it's fucked up and
Yeah.
you can tell that this would be agonizing pain if it were to happen to you
And
in
it's
real life.
and like you said, it seems like this is probably happening in someone's basement right now.
Yeah,
And
it's
just like, it's just really creepy.
it's not scary because it's based on a true story and it happened. It's scary because it could happen.
Yeah.
And then there's the gore like Dead Alive, where it's like this is cartoony,
It's so ridiculous.
and it's still bloody, but it's like it's fun to watch in a way, because the same way you would watch a cartoon.
Yeah.
The
No,
cameras, that cab camera.
Oh
stuff
my
you
God,
seen, that
fuck.
was like.
Oh yeah. Okay, I tried watching some.
I Saw the Devil is a movie.
I couldn't. finish
I
that.
mean,
It's really good. Like,
at its core, it's a revenge action film / drama. You could probably count it as a horror movie just based on
what the guy.
what the serial killer does and like his motivations, and B, for those of you who don't know what the movie's about, it's serial killer just happens to kill the wife of this cop, and instead of like finding out who did it and taking him to jail, he finds out who it was, beats the fucking shit out of him, but puts a tracker on him so he can continue to do this like multiple times, and it just gets worse every single time.
And always like in an inch of his life, it's just like, oh, here's the money to go get yourself fixed up at a hospital. I'll see you later.
Yeah, so it gets super bloody, and to the point where like even someone like myself who like I'm accustomed to gore now, and I could watch, I'm gonna say almost anything to a certain extent.
Serbian film, not included.
I showed my family and friends Serbian film.
And I don't
Now
know.
I have neither.
Oh,
But anyway, I saw The Devil. Like, even this movie even had scenes where I just like. Not only did I have to look away, I felt sick.
yeah.
I felt like I might throw up.
Like even if some of
If
the
I keep
scenes, some of
looking
the like the things they don't even show, but they infer happen. He was disgusted by
like that cannibal guy.
Campbell guy, and
Oh
also
my
the
God.
end. What happens to the sister? Kind of like
You know what? I don't remember, so
Like,
don't tell me.
fuck.
But also,
Oh boy.
one of the fucking most beautiful endings to a revenge movie. Like, it's so satisfying. Yet at the same time, like,
Damn.
wow, that's actually really powerful. Like, the climax is satisfying, and the last frame of the movie is like, oh shit, this is a really powerful movie. If they could actually make like a cut version of it, I'd be okay with that, because I feel like more people should watch this, and I feel like the thing that's turning them off from seeing it is the fact of how heavy the violence is.
That's what adds
The guy
to
who
it though.
did Good, the Bad, and the Weird in The Last Stand.
Yeah, it is. This is
Wow.
probably
Good,
the best film.
Good, the Bad, and the Weird is a really good.
Good, the
movie.
Bad, and Weird is also awesome, but that we digress.
Degrassi.
Drake.
Dre.
So what,
Started from the bottom,
who are we on? What,
It was turns. I don't even know.
oh, we're talking about Event Horizon.
And then the stuff.
Oh, so
Yours
it's my
was Event
turn.
Horizon. Yours.
Okay, so we covered.
Heavens.
Noroi.
Do we want to go to the traumatic experience or?
No, I want to
No,
talk
I got
about.
one more.
I want to talk about this. Yeah, one more movie. To go along with found
Also,
footage.
actually, really quick. Honorable mention: Dead Alive. Watch that movie if you haven't watched it. It's an awesome movie.
Really awesome zombie movie. Really fun zombie movie.
Peter Jackson did it, and there's
Yeah.
Skull Island.
You've got the bite.
But if you want a Peter Jackson movie that's scary and makes you feel like you want a shower, check out Meet the Feebles.
Oh no.
It's like, hey, do you love the Muppets? Well, what if you saw them all as heroin addicts, basically?
Holy
Oh,
That's what
no.
Meet the Feebles is.
Nope, not gonna see that.
You should.
Zangaya.
Zendaya.
The best.
But,
Found footage films.
the last movie I'm going to talk about, this Australian horror movie came out. Outback Steakhouse.
Foster's.
It's Australian for Foster's. But
Shit.
anyway, it's a movie called Lake Mungo,
Good movie, good movie.
which, holy
Oh
shit.
shit, that's a good.
They did a really good job.
Of
Yeah.
like found footage films, that one, and also the one about the guy who replaced the kid, Imposter.
Oh, yeah.
Imposter.
That's not a found footage movie. It's not a
Shush,
found footage
shush. It's like a
movie.
documentary.
Like documentary. Well, Lake
Documentary
Mungo is a
Fake documentary.
it's a fake documentary.
And you know what?
But you know what? You can totally trick people into thinking it's not.
Yeah,
You know
we
why?
thought it was
'Cause
real when we
Lake
saw.
Mungo does this thing where they'll have ghost stuff for like the first hour, but then they'll explain in the documentary, oh, this is how this worked, or it's a completely plausible explanation. Until the last 30 minutes where it's like, ha ha, ha, fuck you, it's all supernatural.
Oh my god.
And it's another one of those things where it's like, it's a slow moving film, but it's all completely interesting. And it's fucking beautiful.
That's a good
They have
twist.
shots of Australia where it's just like, I want to be here. This looks just amazing.
I wanna
Who the
be
fuck
here
shot
until
this? Roger
ghosts.
Deakins?
Yeah, not even like just like the Outback, but like just shots of the house sometimes. Where it's like,
There's that zooming in shot
Give
of
this
the morgue
guy-
that's just like really, it looks like an Apple store.
yeah, give this guy the award. Give him the fucking Pillsbury
Give him
Award,
all
whatever.
the
Give him the
academies.
Foster's Award.
give him the big Fosters.
For
cinematography.
Cinematography.
I mean, those are the
And
awards
a
in
kangaroo
Australia,
can
right?
present.
Yeah.
Also, like they were
All our
mentioning,
Australian fans are like,
Tie
no.
a Foster's to his boomerang. Throw it so he can grab the Foster's, and then the boomerang comes back and
Oh,
shit.
that's-
And
Also,
then
there are
it's a
things-
kangaroo.
there are things throughout the movie that you thought you saw, and then you actually saw, and they explain it at the end of the movie.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
and-
another movie that has a really good mystery.
it
Like
does.
just a slow burn, like what the fuck actually happened?
Oh, and when you find out like, you know what? There's almost two mysteries in the movie, or like more than one. There's more than two.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah,
a mystery
yeah,
of
yeah.
like what happened to this. Oh, because the movie's about this girl who drowns in a lake, not Lake Mungo, in a different lake.
Yeah.
And the family, of course, they're taking it really hard, and her brother decides to kind of like as a coping mechanism, just takes up photography. And within this photography, he starts to see the sister, and it's like really disturbing because she's popping up in places like, first of all, she shouldn't be there because she's dead. Second of all, that's a scary ass ghost image that keeps popping up in these photos.
It's that thing where you're like, oh, it's a birthday party, and then they zoom in.
They zoom in and you see something. It's like, oh shit! And
you know that's thing where you see something in a movie and you're like, the chills down the back of your spine, like, oh man, God,
I got chills right now thinking about it.
Yeah, that happens like at least 10 times.
That's the entire movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you like ghost videos and like ghost photos that are like creepy, that's like the movie. This is what that movie is for the entire thing. Yeah. But there are various mysteries on like what happened to her, what caused her to do the things she does, and a lot of them have like really fucked up answers. And then one of them has just a fucking terrifying answer.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Much like Noroi the Curse, this has one scene that I just don't want to see.
I would get frightened
anytime I rewatch it. I'm just like, I'm going to go away for a bit, and I'll come back when I hear you guys scream.
We all kind of got frightened when that scene came up. You'll know the scene when it happens, and we all...
picturing it in my mind right now is just
yeah, it's kind of just disturbing.
Oh, and you know what? Fuck you, YouTube. Because sometimes I'll be looking at, because I'm fucked up, because I'll be looking at ghost stuff in the middle of the night. And that thumbnail was there with that fucking scene in it. And it's just looking at me, and I'll be like,
oh, Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, that's why we're actually like, oh shit, fuck.
But it's also ridiculously well acted. Like, you honestly buy these actors.
What do you mean well acted? It's real. It happens.
It's a documentary. That cannot be fake.
You know what? If honestly, if you skip the opening credits, you could totally trick your friends into thinking
you did.
It's a real movie. Like I did. Exactly.
He said it was real, like so we thought we were gonna like get met, like kind of like Noroi.
He didn't tell me this is a real this wasn't real until the day after we saw it. This is after the supernatural shit happens.
Buy the DVD, make a custom DVD of it so you can take out the opening credits and the ending credits. Fuck up your friends for life.
See, I found this, and somebody gave it to me for free on the street.
It's called...
You know what? That would have been scary if that would have worked. So fuck you for throwing that disc. Messing up my Halloween party. That's a different story. But, Lake Mungo, yeah, I love it because it's a horror movie that's not only disturbing and frightening, but really, really interesting, has a great story, and amazing cinematography. Like, it
is one of the best horror movies.
They put in extra work in things they didn't even need to. Yeah. They didn't even need to have this great cinematography, but they did, and it's fucking amazing.
And all the news footage, and it's just really fantastic.
Some really disturbing imagery, too.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Alright, well, Jake, do you have another one, or did we all do our 4 movies?
I pretty much had the movies I wanted.
Yeah.
I got one more.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We saw it back in the summer of 2011. I think it's completely underrated because I love this movie so much. Fright Night.
God, damn it, I knew it.
Which like new Fright Night?
Yeah, with Colin Farrell and David Tennant.
I haven't seen the new one.
It's a good movie. All
the way through.
It's good.
It's so much fun.
Have you seen the original?
No.
Oh. Have you seen the original?
Yeah, the only thing that I'm sad it's missing is Evil Ed. I mean, it has Christopher Mintz playing a guy named Ed, right?
Yeah.
But it's not Evil Ed from the original Fright Night.
Oh, he gets fucked up bad.
Yeah, but besides that, I have no real complaints about the movie. I liked it. It's fun.
It's really funny. I mean, like David Tennant. I haven't seen a single Doctor Who episode. Nothing against the show.
Awful person.
Nothing against the show. I just haven't seen it. Okay.
You say you should?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting into it, which is really awesome.
See, I try to watch it. My ex-girlfriend used to love it, and I would try to watch episodes with her. And this. It's not that I don't think it's bad. It's more like this is Power Rangers for adults.
No,
not at all.
Really. No,
not at all.
No, it's not, because there's serious struggles with romance. It's a great character development. There's a lot of characters who suffer with serious loss. There's a lot of dark elements.
And I saw a couple episodes like that, but it's still like some of this is just too silly for me to.
But what I like. Okay, just real quick. is a
You know
quick
what-
tangent. But can I say
Hold on,
one
hold
real
on.
quick? I
Hold
like
on,
it.
hold on,
Hold on,
hold on.
let me
Hold on.
say.
You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. It's like Monty Python if it was sci-fi.
No,
Not
it's
at all.
fucking
Okay,
not.
no. It's like the thing I like though about Doctor Who is it'll have like really campy humor, and then also in like the next episode or even in the same episode, it'll have like this kind of critique or kind of really interesting observation on humanity and society, and it gets really dark sometimes and like really
Like you see it, like especially David Tennant as his term as the Doctor. You see a complete evolution of character from goofy, wild, fun, crazy, happy-go-lucky guy to a really dark, sad, depressed, scarred individual.
Time Lord. Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I definitely want to see it now that it
You have
has
to give it a
Peter
proper chance.
Capaldi.
You should check out Jekyll because that shit's awesome. With
You're
James
just gonna
Nichols.
swear the whole
Oh,
time.
that show is
That is
crazy
fucking awesome.
good. Yeah. BBC putting out the good shows.
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Watch Sherlock.
Sherlock. Watch
the first 3 seasons of Misfits.
watch Sherlock. Watch Copper. Copper's
Luther.
pretty good.
Luther.
Luther's good.
First 2 seasons of Skins are really good.
Peep Show.
Which Skins is
In-Betweeners.
fucking weird. Another just completely fucking off topic. Skins is a show where the first season is like you hate everyone and it has some like cartoonish episodes. And then season 2 is like, oh, people are dying of diseases and abortion.
Oh,
like-
whoa.
What the fuck did this show turn into?
Wow.
But it's a really good show. I really like
Nicholas
it.
Holt is on that show, right?
Yeah, he is.
Cool.
Dude, the Peep Show is also really good, but fuck, is it awkward.
In-Betweeners.
In-Betweeners is great. BBC has the best shows. Let's just move to England.
That's okay.
Move to England. Yes.
But yeah, I haven't seen any Doctor Who, but David Tennant is...
You should though.
I know. But I'm...
David Tennant.
Which Doctor are you guys
such
on?
Monty Python sci
Matt.
No, I will slit your eyes.
I miss
I'm
David.
a big
though.
fan of David Tennant now, just based on this movie.
You should
because
see
he's
Doctor
so
Who. You'll like it.
funny in this movie. Like, every line he delivers is just like, God, this guy is so... He's clearly having a lot of fun with the role. As is Colin Farrell, who makes just this deliciously just evil villain.
Do
Where
you
you're just
say deliciously?
yeah, because he's... You can tell in the movie he's just like...
Because you watch him and you're like,
This guy's
I
delicious.
want to fuck Colin Farrell.
Oh,
You know what they like. You've seen the movie. You're
In
like,
Bruges,
this
man.
guy knows
In
he's
Bruges.
evil. This guy knows he can take out this entire neighborhood.
You know what? But like,
Bullseye and Daredevil.
I made a joke earlier.
Slots? You mean slots?
Or I made a joke like
Sam
5 seconds ago about fucking Colin Farrell, but throughout the movie, he's like, Charlie, not only am I a vampire, I'm going to kill you, I'm probably going to fuck your mom and your
Exactly.
girlfriend too. And there's nothing you can do about it.
It's gory.
Does he do that, by the way?
It's
Watch the movie and
intense.
find out.
There's one
Must you
scene
tell me.
like
Oh.
where they're trying to. The main character Charlie is trying to get out of Colin Farrell's house, and he's like, "Okay, we're safe." And then something happens where you're like, "Oh shit! I did not expect that." I love that movie. It's really fun. It's just a great time.
It's a very good remake, not in the sense of it being better than the original. They're almost 2 completely different films because the original was just so it's such a campy movie in the same way of like Night of the Creeps or Monster Squad, and the new one is like a kind of raunchy comedy with horror elements.
Yeah.
So
like-
they're both good on their own rights, but I still have the complaint of I just wish Evil Ed was in the movie.
Yeah. It's like a raunchy teen comedy if it had a lot of blood and vampires in it.
Pretty much.
What we hope vampire movies are like.
Yeah.
And Colin Farrell is great as the new Jerry
Yeah.
Garcia.
Dandridge.
I really like Colin Farrell, even though he hasn't been in like the last few movies he's been in have all like not been huge successes at the box office.
Oh, okay. Who gives a fuck if it's a success at the box
Well,
office?
it's one of those things.
He
where
made
it's
one of
all
them. He was in one of the best films last year.
Seven Psychopaths was not my favorite film at all. I did not like it.
You hold on, stop the fucking presses. Are you fucking kidding me? You did not like Seven Psychopaths?
I hate that movie.
Go cut your wrists in the bathroom right now.
And don't get angry. People can have wrong opinions.
Yo,
It's fine.
I
Just-
got this bottle of Advil. Take all of them.
I did not like it at all.
Oh, why are you awful? No, dude, You like good stuff. How do you not like Seven Psychopaths?
It's not like one of those movies where you go like, oh my god, you didn't like Seven Psychopaths?
Yes, it is.
Just go watch
Yes,
Moon.
it is.
Just go watch Moon, then you get it better.
Moon is a great movie.
You gotta-
It's great as
High
well.
five.
Completely fucking different. Hey, you like this apple? Try this razor blade. Like,
After watching,
these are two completely different things.
they are
You
different.
Jay,
but
Jay,
I'm disappointed in
Jay,
Sam
Jay,
Rockwell
Jay.
and his Seven Psychopaths.
Have you
No,
seen In
he's-
Bruges?
He was
Huh?
Sam Rockwell was the
Have you seen
best
In
part of
Bruges?
Sam
I just like
Psychopaths.
In Bruges.
What did you think of In Bruges?
I liked In Bruges.
No,
All
well,
right.
you liked In Bruges, but you
In
didn't.
Bruges is so.
No, it's not.
It's
In
okay.
Bruges is good. In Bruges is good. I just think Seven
Depressing,
Psychopaths is
needlessly
better.
so.
It's okay, you can be wrong.
I will kick your balls in.
It doesn't work when you say it.
Seven Psychopaths,
Yeah, let's get back on
The
track.
Guard, In Bruges.
Ooh. And I like all of those movies.
You mean The Guardian with Ashton Kutcher?
No, I don't mean that movie.
Please don't talk
Talk
about.
about awkward comedy. The Guard has some moments between Brendan Gleeson and Don Cheadle where you're just like, oh, the cringe.
You mean Cuba getting Cuba?
Also, Slither.
Terrence
I liked Slither. Slither was also a pretty good movie.
I still gotta see
Another
that.
good. Well, it doesn't say it's a remake because I mean it's kind of not, but it's in a way a modern version of Night of the Creeps, which I really like.
You don't know that?
Oh, right,
Just
yeah,
think
Night of
of
the
alien
Creeps.
slugs, zombie
Night of the
things.
Creeps is pretty fun.
Monsters.
Yeah, I mean it's Night of the Creeps, man. Fucking alien slugs that go into people and turn into zombies.
Yeah.
To produce more alien slugs.
Pretty much.
It's a really fun movie. It has a really awesome kill. Where that one redneck's like talking to the alien, like, "Yo, stop shooting!" Just like whip, and the dude just fucking goes in half.
What?
Oh my
Have you
god.
not seen
I
Slither?
got- No, I gotta see that, yeah.
Watch Slither.
You
It's
can
on
look up that
Netflix.
scene
It's
on
on
YouTube.
Netflix.
Yeah, but Slither's good. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna get really quick into the other segment that we have of this. So enjoy some more Halloween music.
Yeah. Or Christmas music. Charlie
Yeah.
Brown.
Slayer.
Rain and blood.
I saw something sitting on your bed. I saw something touching your head. In the room where you sleep, in the room where you sleep, where you sleep.
And we're back for the last segment of the show.
Yay!
We're going to be talking about something that kind of traumatized us as a kid.
In
and
relation to horror
in relation to
cinema.
horror. The thing is, mine really fucked me up, but it's not technically a horror movie. But
then it doesn't fucking count.
I really
Large
want
Marge?
to tell the story. No,
Large
no, not
Just
Large
tell it.
Marge.
Just tell it.
And he looked like this!
I know it's very typical for people to be afraid of clowns, but I feel like I have the perfect excuse of
It's-
why I'm terrified of clowns. When I was a really young kid, and I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4, like I had just begun to walk and stuff like that. There was some toy shop that my parents would always go to buy me toys and stuff like that. Like not like Toys R Us, but like a kind of not fancier one, but something else. And in the kids section, there was this video of opera, but each opera was set to some sort of animation, and it was like these famous operas. And my parents, being cultured and such, they're like, okay, well, let's get this because I want my kid to be cultured too. And they got it, and I didn't really care for it. I was kind of watching it a little bit, kind of like from the side. And there was that famous opera of Pagliacci,
Yeah.
about the clown.
Yeah.
they had an animated version of that. Now, I'm a small child, no idea what Pagliacci is. I like clowns. I've been to the circus a few times, I think, as a kid. And clowns are funny. This is just what clowns are when I'm a little kid. Clowns are funny. So I'm watching this
sad clown.
this claymation version of Pagliacci.
Holy
And it's
shit.
like, this is kind of weird. He's singing, and it's kind of making me feel sad, and I don't know why. And
Are you?
oh,
He kills
fuck.
the shit out of his wife.
He just stabbed his wife like 7 times. But not stabbed his wife,
no.
but like threw knives at her. And she's bleeding.
Are you an angel?
Oh my god, dude. It's
What's your name?
it's
Satan.
it is just as bad as that, if not worse. For
Holy
me.
shit.
Because one, clearly this video was not meant for the kids section. It was just like animation sets opera. So this was like a really detailed claymation version of Pagliacci.
Was it just someone who was like, animation, that's for kids?
Common
much.
misconception. Same with anime. Anime is not for kids, so beware.
But
Yeah.
but I remember seeing that and just immediately crying. Because
Wow.
like, clowns aren't supposed to kill people.
And then you saw it.
I saw it.
And then,
Beep.
so I kind of got two. And one I don't really remember that well. I remember being scared about it. I don't remember
But this
what
is
I
why I'm afraid of clowns.
Holy shit, man.
I actually have a clown story too.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I think almost everyone's afraid of clowns at this point. But, like, I remember being a little kid in Florida, and, like I was, like, 2 years old or something.
I'm sorry.
And I know, right? The daycare I was at, the people there decided to show us Friday the 13th.
Wait. You used to live in Florida?
What?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Anyways,
Not
well, like,
fucking
I was born there.
That's terrifying in and of itself.
I know, it's awful. But anyways, so they decided to show a bunch of not even preschoolers, like toddlers essentially in a daycare, Friday the 13th. And I remember running to my mom because she had got there like not too long afterwards or whatever, and I apparently was crying. I remember she was telling me all this. She's like, "Yeah, I was pretty fucking mad. I cursed out those people when you were in the car," and I was like, "Oh, really? That's kind of badass." But the moment I do remember was when I first saw Leprechaun. And holy shit, being a little kid, like Leprechaun, the makeup and everything is fucking creepy.
Mhm.
And the fact that like leprechauns are supposed to be like sort of like this goofy, mischievous, like what a toy to toy, I'm gonna hide me treasure away, and then you're like, oh, this is funny, I'll find your treasure.
Excellent Colin Farrell impression.
Oh god.
That's what I was
So
You know what? It kind of is.
So anyways, the
I'm
leprechauns
a
are.
vampire. I'm gonna eat you now.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Jeff.
I'm gonna. Okay. So you have these moments where it's like you look at leprechauns and store decorations, and they're always like giving a wink. It's like, find me treasure, and I won't.
Oh, y'all see the leprechaun say yeah.
Yeah. Could be a crackhead.
Got a hold of the wrong stuff.
But anyways, I remember.
I want the gold.
Where to go at?
Is that like
I wanna
Leprechaun's
go.
Back to the
Here
Hood?
we go.
No,
You know what?
This
That
area.
must have inspired that news story.
Oh my god, no.
Warwick Davis is just running around Mobile, Alabama.
Belonged to my great grandfather, who was Irish.
Oh my god.
You know what? What if that actually happened? What if it was fucking Warwick Davis like, oh, I'm gonna mess with these black people, like just fucking decide to put on the leprechaun makeup and just
I'm
ran
just
around.
saying, the government does that to keep us down.
Fucking ran around in Mobile, Alabama.
Just like ah.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that'd be
awesome.
terrible. If I seriously saw that shit, I would probably kill him because he's still the scariest.
Die, Willow.
Dude. So, but no, but like when I saw this, there was a scene where this old man captures the leprechaun and he captures him in this safe. And from in the safe, he's like the guy's telling him, the leprechaun's like, "Well, let me out of here." And, you know, he goes, "No." He's like, "I'll make a deal." He's like, "All right, but you have to give me your pot of gold." And he goes, "Is that your wish?" And you're like, "Oh God, what is he?" He's like, "Yeah." And so like the leprechaun gives him the gold, but it's like
belly?
in his stomach, and his stomach starts expanding. And I remember as a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna die like that. That's gonna happen to me right here and now. And I'm just,
It
oh my
still
God.
might.
No, that's terrible.
There's a good
don't
chance.
Play,
Yeah,
don't
it's
don't
still
play on terrible
Jeremiah.
childhood.
I am Irish.
So am I, Jeff.
So am I.
It's like 7. He force
So
feeds
am
you
I.
gold.
There are a lot of
Basically,
Irish
explodes.
people in the world.
Very quick story.
Pussy.
Jeremiah. What?
Go.
Jeremiah lived with me for a couple months, and when he was finally moving out, we went to go help him out at his storage,
Holy shit.
which is fucking a Silent Hill
Oh, you
maze,
mean
basically.
Motherface's storage space?
Yeah, pretty much. I think Saw 2 was filmed there. But anyway,
It's not like an official store place. Like
because it's not. It's fucking metal sheets.
it's sheet metal.
It's sheet metal.
inside a building from like the 1920s.
Exactly.
And there are no lights.
And
No, there
there's
are, but they were off.
and there's one 70-year-old Irishman just watching the place. And
Rickety old elevator.
but anyway, we're helping him move. We're finally done. We're packing up the stuff, and the fucking dude just goes up to Jeremiah like, "Yeah, we Irish, we gotta stick together." And Jeff's just like, he points at me like, "He's not Irish." I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, we're all Irish. Jeremiah, Jeff, and me, Patty O'Flanagan. We're Irish.
Go nice.
I still gotta go back there and find my Nintendo 64. You wanna come help me?
I really don't.
See, my whole problem is that I'm more Irish than most people who say they're Irish. But Irish people don't like me.
No.
And I'm like, ooh, you're Tyrone. You'll fit right in with us. We'll all be Irish together. No.
But
You would be like Don Cheadle in the Guard. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear God.
So yeah, that was scary as a kid. Leprechaun played. It pretty much gave me OCD. Like it induced. Like I would have tics where I just have to like, okay, I can't think about the thing. Or other movies, Wishmaster. Does anyone remember?
Wishmaster's creepy as
I remember
shit.
I'd never seen the movie.
That sounds
There was a
familiar.
trailer for it,
It's about a
and I was
djinn.
like, okay, I'm fucked up for life now. And I would just be like, it's not happening to me. It's not happening to me. Wishmaster's scary. Don't take my soul away.
Wishmaster's about a djinn who grants wishes, but all the wishes
Oh
backfire.
god,
But it
Jin,
looks
that is
like the
terrifying.
devil. Like it's not even like
Jinn,
Oh,
aka
a
genies.
djinn, the-
Genies, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's all scary.
Qui-Gon drinks gin.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Jin, you know those fucking Turkish horror movie trailers I was looking at?
That's what I was thinking he was.
There's one, I think the one that I posted that I showed you guys, but there's a part where it says, "The Case of Jin." And I was like, that's fucking terrifying. Based off a situation in another review of ours.
Yeah,
Then
well
you can go
done.
visit that later. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Wishmaster, it's freaky, because you're gonna lose your soul, he looks freaky, and
Yeah.
a lot of the deaths are gory. Really, like, not like hardcore gory, but
Is Wishmaster a Carpenter movie?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
No,
No,
it's
it's
some
not.
No,
like
I'm thinking, for some reason I'm thinking...
Doesn't feel
it's
like
some '90s shit.
It's like, oh, one guy wants to get... It's not... I actually don't know which Wishmaster it's from. The guy says, like, oh, I want to get out of prison. Your wish is granted. And his body gets squeezed through the bars till he's like nothing but skin and
Oh,
mush. And I was like, what the fuck?
1997.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, the trailer
who's the
itself is
director?
fucking creepy. Like, ugh.
But, yeah, Wishmaster. It's a freaky-ass movie.
And that fucked you up as a kid?
And it fucked me up as a kid. I didn't watch it till I was but a man. But the movie that freaked me out, even I only watched it like a couple years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, was Sleepaway Camp. The ending, which if you watch Sleepaway Camp, it's like a not a bad. Oh god,
that
damn
ending?
it.
Yeah,
that
dude.
ending stuck with
freaky.
me, and I had nightmares for weeks. And whenever I slept, I would see her face, and it would.
Because you know
Oh my
what?
god.
It's almost unnecessary. Like, the sound effects and the music in the ending.
Oh my god.
It's like, okay, the image itself would be freaky if she was kind of just there. But with that, like, that weird fucking smile and, like, gasping breath and that dun from the music, it is really disturbing for some reason. I don't even get why. Ending aside,
it's really the only memorable part about the movie.
Yeah, I think Sleepaway Camp's a piece of shit. I know a lot of people love it. I fucking hate those movies.
Number one's the only one to watch if you're gonna watch Sleepaway Camp.
No,
Wait, there are more Sleepaway Camp?
there's like fucking there's 5 of them.
4 or 5, yeah. Number 4 is not even actually Sleepaway Camp. It's actually just the footage. Like, it's basically just a couple clips, new clips that they added, and then a lot of recapping of the other movies.
Oh my god.
And then 5 was like
It's
a
like
remake of the
Garbage
Infin-
Day. Silent Night,
five,
Deadly Night.
five is like 5 is like a reboot that they lost funding for, so they didn't actually complete. It's just fans put it together the actual film.
Then they have Return to Sleepaway Camp, which came out like 2000 something.
Jeez.
Which is like supposedly like the official final film.
But it actually has
And
nothing to
that's
do
a
with
piece of shit too. God.
Last summer, or whatever that shitstorm was, they...
No, what you did last summer.
How many
2
did they
summers
make of
ago.
those?
What's
4?
that?
3 or 4?
What's that
I know.
movie?
I know.
I know what you did last summer.
No. The movie that was like MS Paint pictures, and like people just standing around with like white sheets over furniture.
Oh, fucking After Last Season.
After last season.
Right.
Which is a movie where I think the creators even admitted, yeah, when he was a piece of shit, we just kind of wanted some easy money.
Yeah, they conned like the people to give them all the money. and
Which
then
is
they made
really
it.
fucked up. Like, fuck those guys.
Also, I have a fear of sharks, so when I first watched Jaws, I would not enter any form of body of water.
Oh, why? That movie's not fucking scary.
Oh.
When I first watched
isn't
it,
scary,
I was
but it
like
is
5.
But it's
I had a fear of water after
No,
that.
though.
So-
Yes, though.
James Caan, though, is not in it.
Not James.
But, the guy who looks
Kind of like
bigger.
him.
Robert Shaw.
There you go.
Yes. Quint. One of the highlights of that movie. I love Jaws. I
Now-
don't care what you guys say.
Now it's Jeff's turn. Yay!
Jeff,
Ah,
fuck
jeez, the movie.
Seeing black
I
people.
could say Insidious, but we already discussed that. So I'm going to talk about a movie called Signs, and a
Holy
a
shit.
specific scene,
Sheep
the
legs.
Brazilian birthday party scene, just fucked me up as a kid.
Yeah.
One, you were shocked at how these savages were like
They celebrate
communicating
birthdays
and
the same way
celebrating
as me. How'd they have the money to buy that, though?
From just picture Jeff as a kid, like holding his dad, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they're talking like people.
Oh, no.
Jeff, what? They think they're people.
Oh, no.
Oh, he thinks
Oh my
it's
god!
people.
Jeff, what's wrong? The savages.
It's like Soylent Green.
Booga
booga.
It's like Soylent
Look at the aliens? No,
It's like Soylent Green. It's people.
Brazil is
Ricky
people.
Tikky, Ting Tong Tickin'.
No. So,
But yeah, in 8th grade, I remember I saw Sixth Sense, I saw Unbreakable. Oh man, and that Shyamalan's new movie coming out.
You know what?
Airbender, that frightened me.
Hey, shush. No one talks
Pretty
about
much
that
any
shit.
movie after he did Size frightened me.
No, but The Village was good, though.
It was okay.
No.
It was the last. movie
No
that
one,
was
no
the
one
least
likes
watchable.
the fact that the monsters weren't real. That's the
Yeah,
only
but-
reasoning.
Okay, it's a horror movie or a suspense movie. You watch it again, knowing the monsters aren't real. You're like, this movie is boring as
It
shit.
lost
No,
to
no.
rewatch.
Because then you focus on the reality of the situation where like these people
Let's just-
were so ruined by the experiences they had, they decided to form a whole society to try and shelter others from the horrors that they experienced.
Let's just watch The Mist, because that movie depressed me.
That is,
The ending depressed me. I mean, it's a
It's
bad
just-
movie, but the ending
See, like
depressed
The
me.
Mist is weak. I actually kind of enjoyed all of it to the
I
end.
still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that because it kind of has. It's not nearly as good at all, but it kind of has like the whole thing with the thing where a lot of it is
I fell
about
asleep for like 10 seconds and back up.
back to the Mist.
You were talking about the mist and the thing.
Yeah, no, and how like it's kind of like there's.
Foster's. Australia. Foster's.
No, they're both kind of like there's this external like terror, but most of it is just like people turning on each other and doing awful things because it's like there's this unknown. But like The myth, the ending of it is just like, you stuck with us for this whole movie.
I fucked with
We're
you.
gonna punch you in the nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just reveal it? I've heard so much about the ending of the Mist. I just want.
Well, no, because we're on a podcast. And
Yeah,
you know
I'll tell it to you after it's over.
Okay.
But
I would say I like the movie,
yeah, it's just
especially like that Blu-ray cut that's black and white. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
That makes it more like a 50s movie.
It's black. Oh wow.
No, there's a cut they made that's completely in black and white, and it's
that's
also like an
wow.
extended, or it's like an edited cut of it. That's really cool.
That's cool.
It's worth watching.
And they're like,
yeah.
G-pop skirippity doo. Going to the malt shop with my gal.
Hey,
pal.
man, if you don't like the Mist,
say, Bob,
you're
you
a
wanna go to
square.
The blah.
But yeah, so I'm watching Signs, and it's pretty freaking intense until fucking Joaquin Phoenix is watching the news report, and you're like, the newswoman was like, this footage may be disturbing. And in my head, I'm like, alright, this is gonna be freaky, right? And then it's such a great scene because you're like
Nature
the kids.
knows
You're like
what
trying to
it is.
look over, like, what is it? What is it?
Who's
What's
that?
going on? And all of a sudden, this alien walks by, and it's not even like, hey guys, we just saw an alien on screen. It's like, it looks at you.
Yes.
It looks
And
at
it
you.
walks like this manner, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up later.
And this menacing look.
It's the first time I can ever remember genuinely screaming.
Alien Fest by looks at you.
Like,
Yo, try something. Long ass white boy.
yo, bitch,
Yo, yee ass haircut.
you lost. But yeah, that's
You're
the
the
first time
wrong
I genuinely
neighborhood.
remember screaming in a movie, like, holy shit.
Dude, when the alien's on the roof,
Yeah.
that just... Because it's like...
Fucking just standing there.
You know what? Because the little girl goes, there's a monster, remember, can I have a glass of water? He's like, what? What are you talking about? And he goes to her room, they have this hard conversation. It's just like, because it's like, she just made it up. But then, no, there really was a monster on the fucking roof. And it's not just there looking around. It's looking, like, at them, just waiting for them to notice. And you're like,
Oh.
go away, go away.
Or when he's in the cornfield and Mel Gibson like drops the flashlight and picks it back up and you see that leg come across. I remember coming back to like
I know
class the next
everyone-
day being like to you, Jeremiah.
Also,
I saw the
Evil
most
Dead.
fucking freaky movie yesterday.
I know everyone says like, oh, fucking the plot holes with aliens. And why would they even come to Earth? It's all water basically.
And what did the Jews do to Mel Gibson?
Wait, what?
See, I like to watch Signs, thinking he doesn't even think it's aliens, but just Jewish people.
Oh my god.
What's out there? Oh god, it must be one of them Jews.
We gotta go in the basement and hide from him. Throw water at him.
I didn't see a lot.
Sorry about the drop in the audio. I'm not sure what the problem was. Maybe one of us had our cell phones too close to the microphone, but it started buzzing and it didn't sound right. So this part's gonna be it's gonna be chopped off, but that was the only problem. So now back to the show.
Is that I didn't watch a lot of horror movies as a kid like I do now because Adrian or Arcano has introduced me to a lot
It's
of.
okay, he
different-
said it too. We're not gonna bleep
Okay.
it. Just fuck it.
has introduced me to a lot of horror movies. But as a kid, I'm just like, I like them, but I haven't seen a lot of them. And when I saw Signs, it's just like fucking aliens, and it's freaky. That's the first time.
almost every time we hang out outside of the podcast, I'm just kind of just thinking like, how can I fuck him up today? Like, what horror movie should I show him this time? I just be like,
Yo, Jeff, do you know what snuff means?
Because
oh,
we're gonna make one today.
Oh no.
we should watch Suspiria.
Nah, it's okay.
Serious. Really good.
That's all, folks.
Hey Jeff,
I'm sleepy.
you wanna watch
Please-
Pixar?
I still
Oh,
haven't
that's
done
funny.
my story.
Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Zombie?
Okay.
Shit, I forgot.
And that's just racist.
No, what? No, this is
Forget about the black guy.
not intentional. You could be white. You are white.
In some sense. I'm not white, I'm Irish.
You are caramel.
Yeah, I am.
Soft nougat center.
Chewy.
Chocolate all over.
Wait a minute, that doesn't work.
Wait, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But go on,
we're
candy
done.
bar.
Before this gets weird. Mr. Snickers?
Can you tell us about
I satisfy.
the
Satisfy your
hunger?
hunger. Hungry? Grab a Tyro.
filled with nougat and nuts.
Oh,
Okay, but anyway,
Yeah.
my traumatic experience has to do with watching it when I was 2 years old.
Holy
my
shit.
God, Christ.
What the fuck, man?
It is.
Beep.
Which is not, it just, no, that shouldn't happen.
That shouldn't happen.
Now, with that, the story with that, though, is that there was a time when I was a little older, like, I don't know, 5 or 6, when, like, one of my mom's friends got tickets to see Bozo.
Holy
And, like,
shit.
and if you know about, like, Bozo, that was the shit at the time. And, like, to get tickets to Bozo, you're like, the waiting list was, like, forever. And so, like, my mother was like, oh, well, I'll invite, my mom and me. So we went, and my mom was excited because Bozo had been on, like, forever. And so we get there. I wasn't having it. I'm like, nope. Nope. Mm-mm. This is not okay. So we had to leave. And we, were in the WGN waiting room in, their, cafeteria for, 3 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's really intense.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
that it was too scarring. He's like, I can't watch Bozo.
So it's like, nope. It's
Pennywise.
I still haven't seen it.
What?
I haven't either. That's okay.
I don't remember any of it. I just know it messed me up.
Because of the Southampton climb. Or the Northampton climb.
So, we're done. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.
As AOL says, goodbye now.
No, dude, that's fucking scary. That sounds too much like it. I mean, it might not sound like that in the recording, but
To you, it's...
when you were doing it, it's just like, stop doing that. That's fucking scary. I forgot that
AOL?
existed.
What?
Goodbye now.
Goodbye now.
Do you remember you don't remember when AOL came out? That's like the only
It's
internet
like
we
you
had.
got mail.
Yeah.
And then when you would exit out of it,
Wait, that's what you're scared of?
Goodbye.
No,
Because like the first time he was doing it, it just sounded so much like it was like, oh, fuck! It took me back to like
yeah, it was like a memory shot.
1999.
So as we close out this podcast, just remember, the sun never sets on a pimp.
Pimp Don't Cry.
What?
That's my advice to the listener.
Oh, okay, cool.
I like that we should have the segment where it's Tyrone gives advice to the listener.
Okay, well, let's do it really quick. Besides that one, what else, Tyrone? What's your other advice?
If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Oh, god damn.
Goodbye, everyone.
I know it's not your intention to cry.